the world's best at the point of total exhaustion. The epitome of hard enduro on full display here at the 2019 Getzenrodeo. The Sufferfest is on.
It's the hardest race of the season, probably.
Just the brutality of this course, almost an assault on the senses.
It's very difficult terrain, really technical uphills, downhills, not much lines.
There's not an easy place on the track, to be honest. Just got to try and keep on going and try and save the bike, because I think there's definitely going to be a few slip-offs.
It's the intensity. It's a short track with lots of extreme bits in it, so you're basically maxing out all the time.
Look at the struggle right now. It is real and alive here at Getzenrodeo.
It's really hard and you don't have a break. Crazy.
Lettenbichler, hungrier than ever. Lettenbichler wants the win. That is enduro at its finest.
After a grueling 6 months of racing, the final round of the World Enduro Super Series offers no respite for the weary. Squeezing 2 multi-lap races into one back-breaking day, Getzenrodeo is arguably the most intense race of the season. Packing an unrelenting combination of elite-level features into a tiny 2-kilometre track, this is extreme enduro in its condensed form. Of all the riders lining up at Getzen in 2019, the weight of expectation lies squarely on the shoulders of one man, series leader Manuel Lettenbichler. With almost 1,000 points between him and his closest rival, Manny is within touching distance of becoming the ultimate Enduro World Champion.
I think all eyes are on me on this race because I won it last year and I want to do good this year, and everybody's saying, yeah, you will win it for sure and no problem, but you know, anything can happen. Like, I want to go out there and just have a good race and give my best. I want to do good in front of my home crowd. I think they're the craziest fans ever, the Getzen fans. Like, they're just going completely crazy with cheering and everything, and there is just so many people out there, you know? The track is so narrow, and sometimes they actually go into the track and try to cheer for you, and you can't ride through them because they just cheer for you so hard. So I think it's such a crazy atmosphere.
Joining Manny at Getzen is one of the most successful privateers in the WESS, David Cyprian.
Every year at Getzen, all the best riders are coming here. It's just really hard to even qualify. The format is pretty hard and difficult because we have a 2-hour cross country in the morning, and if I qualify, then it will be other way around the track itself for 1.5 hours, and it's going to be even more technical. I feel pretty confident even in the fast races in a classic enduros, but I love doing extreme enduros. It's what I do. It's what I enjoy the most. It's very physically and also mentally demanding, so you have to sacrifice a lot, but nothing is impossible. If you try your best, you can make it. Like, it's just about trying and not giving up. That's it. This is motivational speaker right here. You know it yourself, like, if you keep trying, you're gonna end up where you want to be.
It's such a cool team at the moment. Me, my dad, and my good friend Jeff. Just an awesome team. Like, we have more fun and just don't take it so serious than the other guys. Jeff is actually one of my best friends. Like, I met him actually on a motocross track, and he was like just coming up to me and he told me, hey, should we go on a trip, like motocross trip? So I was like, yeah, why not?
He was like, I think 16 or something, so he was not able to drive a car or not allowed to drive a car. And his father asked me, hey, come on, can you go with him for training to Italy or something? Since this time, I've always with him. If he wins the championship tomorrow, it's gonna be so big for us, you know, and yeah, it's gonna be sick tomorrow night.
He's second mechanic, prepping the boots, prepping goggles, to make everything ready to go, and I think it's really good to have such a person around you who you can trust 100%, you know? It's not so many people, I would say, were allowed to work on my bike.
Without doubt, though, if one person has had a bigger impact on Manny than anyone else, it's his father, Andreas. A legend in hard and extreme enduro, Andreas is a Red Bull Hare Scramble and Romaniac's winner, and a pivotal force behind the scenes.
I try to be there on every race, on the really technical sections, and it helps. For me, it's really important to see him riding. I love to see him riding, and I think for him it's also important to have a person nearby and that he can feel more safe, you know.
Oh man, he's everything for me. Like my dad, he was such a good rider also back in the days, and we actually raced some races together. It was a good time, and he helped me through everything. He bought me my first bike, you know. He also never pushed me into this direction. That's why I'm enjoying it so much now. It's not feeling like a job, it's more just having fun and a good time, you know. Like, I think that's what life is about, and I think he showed me the right direction to have this feeling.
Our plan is always to give our best, and I want to see him always on the box. No pressure, you know. Just joking. We are relaxed and we do our job as good as we can, and yeah, I'm really proud of him, and let's see how it works, you know. Let's see after the race.
So it's morning before the race. It's like 2 hours until the first start of the qualifying race. I'm trying to do my thing and trying to stay focused. It's time probably now to get dressed up, and then we're ready to go, hopefully.
I'll be honest, I already went to toilet 3 times and I'm really nervous. Once the flag is out, when we drive out the start, it's gonna be all good, and I'll just try to do my race.
If you're nervous, then you know it's gonna be a good one, and I think if you're not nervous at a race, there's something wrong. You just need this little pressure, and I think it's not working if you just die, oh, let's do this race, you know, like you have to be focused.
Qualifying race is pretty tough. You have to get a good start because otherwise you'll be stuck behind. The track is really technical. You cannot afford any mistake. You just have to go for it, be clean, stay clean for 2 hours.
It's just so easy now to make also a mistake, and in a long race you can work on the mistakes, but in a short race you don't have the time.
Yeah, at the beginning he was really nervous. He didn't saw the good line. I said, hey, calm down and slow down a little bit, you know. He's on race mode, but it's always difficult to bring him down, you know, when he's on race mode, but all in all, it's working good.
I just won the qualifying race now. But to be honest, I'm a little bit tired. Probably I pushed too hard at the beginning. I tried to change my riding style a little bit, and it worked out pretty good. Yeah, I'm just happy.
I cannot compete anymore because I cannot bend my knee. It's very painful. I had a crash on lap 2 pretty early on, but I was still riding pretty decently, and then I had another crash. I broke my clutch lever, so yeah, kind of disappointed with myself, but it is what it is. It is racing. It happens to anyone. Hopefully it's not going to be anything serious. I cannot say right now. I got to go through some medical checks and so on, but we'll see.
What makes a world champion? In a sport as physically and mentally demanding as enduro, consistency is king. Despite not winning a single race during the inaugural 2018 WESS season, a persistent flow of good results meant Manny finished second overall behind Husqvarna's Billy Bolt. That philosophy continued into 2019. Out of 7 races in the series, Manny was only outside the top 5 once. In Romania's Carpathian Mountains, he took the next step, becoming the youngest winner ever at Red Bull Romaniacs. But if there was a decisive moment in Manny's season, it was Hawkstone Park. Racing in a cross-country where extreme riders tend to struggle, few saw him as a podium contender on such a fast track. Manny proved them wrong, confirming he'd become a serious threat at every round and the main challenger for the WESS crown.
It takes a long time to learn how to go fast, like sort of safely and consistently. There's so many different corners that make up a track. If you're going 5–10% faster on every one of them, it adds up to a lot at the end of the day.
It's a surprise for the other riders to see Manny going so fast in the Enduro races. He learned a lot last year, losing with Billy, like it was tight until the end. And I think this year he was more focused every race, being more consistent and gain more positions in the faster races, and that was the key to be the ultimate champion.
When it comes to the final round of the championship, you see the points difference. That's when you really realise that the consistency of him has been way more than anybody else.
Manny's really upped his game. He's a good all-round rider. He's matured a bit. You know, he's mentally strong as well, and he's got his dad behind him. Good team, so it's a good position to be in.
He's a really good extreme guy, and right now he's a good overall guy. You know, he knew he could do it, and he proved it. And right now he's just steps away from winning the championship.
Wait for the cannon. It will signal the start of the Getzen Champion. There it is. We are off. Now, can Lettenbichler find that extra gear that he is going to need to battle and find the top of the podium twice in one day? Unbelievable. Lettenbichler, unapologetic and hungry as ever. He lapped everyone in the first race. He's starting to do it now. So competitive. And you can see how high the passions are as Lettenbichler continues to charge. There it is, Manuel Lettenbichler, your Getzen champ and Ultimate World Enduro Champion for 2019, victorious. What a performance.
I'm so proud of Manny, and it was a really hard and tough race, I think, for everybody. Yeah, for him it's unbelievable, you know. It's like a dream come true, and he worked so hard for so many years, and he's the man.
We made it happen. Perfect weekend. Got the WESS Championship. Yeah, I'm just over the moon right now. What I can say, it's best thing ever.